The following presentation is best experienced with headphones.
Honored guests, thank you for coming today. Grandmaster Emrys insisted that you had to be here today in particular. Let us be off to the observatory. All the residents in the house have been practically frantic over what has been happening with the traveler. It's all that they can talk about. We haven't known him for long, but in that short time, his kindness and humility have cemented him firmly in our hearts. If you all can do anything to help him, it would be greatly appreciated. With that said, here we are, and I will delay no longer. I leave you now with the circle.
Hello, honored guests. It seems at long last we are all going to be gathered here around the fire.
That is, once the Grand Master arrives.
Are you all forgetting about the Traveler?
Not at all, Jax. In fact, bringing the Traveler back is precisely why I called all of you here. But, as you would say, Elias, everything must be in its proper order. Before we begin, I must put us all on the same page, so to speak.
You mean you are going to tell us who this traveler is?
Sorry, Mr. Forgettable, but no. That is not my story to tell. What I need to share with you is the contents of this letter that just arrived, and the knowledge I gained on my recent journey. But we must start with this letter. Lana, if you would.
Of course, Emrys. It's from the Traveler. Oh, but it seems very disjointed, as if he had to start and stop writing it many times.
What does it say?
He writes, "Dearest friends, no sooner had I
some
discovered
details about where I
details
was,
about
a strange forest with a peculiar lamppost standing all alone in the middle of it. Then I fell down a strange hole in the ground. I am now writing this on a desk in a very comfortable but still very small underground house. I am certain from the rolling countryside that I can see out the windows that I am in another realm. I worried at first that the owner of the house would attack me for appearing so suddenly in his home. But it seems the place was abandoned some time ago after a rather large party, if the 15 chairs around the table are any indication. I might try to... Sorry, friends. A small but very angry-looking woman has begun to pound on the door. I must hide quickly so she doesn't see me and accuse me of being a burglar.
I will try to finish this letter later.
That sounds like he's in trouble.
That cannot be the end of it.
It isn't. There is more.
Please, read on, Lana.
Friends, I'm more confused
now than ever before. The pantry I tried to hide in has led me to yet another realm. In fact, since I was last able to write this, I have been through 3 more realms. I met a very pleasant tourist with strange moving luggage that was evidently filled with gold. Had a surprisingly pleasant chat with a one-legged pirate who was locked in a cell because he couldn't give up on what he thought he was owed. Currently, I am sitting with a delightful doctor and his rather eccentric companion, writing this on a table in their apartment. The doctor has been an attentive host, but his companion seems almost excited by my plight. He insists he can help me piece together the clues and find a solution. I hope he is able to come up with something before I end up falling into another realm again. Either way, the doctor has offered to post this letter, so I will end it here. I admit, with each clue I find I am less sure I want to know the answers to my questions. But I also grow more sure of who I want to be. I won't give up just yet. Your friend,
the Traveler.
It is worse than I feared.
Yes, he is falling deeper and deeper into the story realms. I'm afraid without our intervention, he will be lost forever.
But if we have to assist him, doesn't that mean he has already failed?
He is currently trapped between being and becoming. In this place, it is his actions and his outlook that will determine whether he succeeds or fails. All we can do is ensure that no matter the outcome, he finds his way back here.
We don't even know for sure where he is. How can we help him from here?
The Flames have many more abilities than just calling forth stories.
Not to mention, Grandmaster Emrys has not finished sharing with us all that he knows of these.
That's right. The trip you mentioned. You mean when you went to the Oracle of Delphi, don't you? I was wondering why you were gone for so long.
Well, I will now tell you. For many days before my departure, I was plagued by visions and portents. I saw the breadth and depth of the story realm shaken to their core by a single jagged rift cutting through their middle, leaving them changed. I saw a sevenfold flame and heard strong yet indistinct voices, and always these things were centered around a particular book, as familiar as it is mysterious. I could not discern the full meaning of it, so I went to the Oracle. She helped me to see what would need to be done, but to prepare I needed herbs and materials that not even I possessed. So I went on my own short journey. I won't bore you with all of the details now, but suffice it to say, with the help of Baba Yaga, my old friend Crow, and an exceptionally old Russian soldier, I managed to get everything that I needed. Now, Jax, we will need you to lead us in this. That is imperative. But in the end, it will be you, Ilyana, who must act if we are to succeed in bringing the traveler home.
Just tell me what I must do, Grandmaster.
You will know when it is time.
Are we really going to have Jax lead something this important?
Are you really going to argue with Emrys at a time like this?
Fair enough. I just hope that we don't all regret this.
Now, Jax, you have the words there on that paper. Just drop the herbs into the flames and start the chant. We will all join our power to yours.
Fire revealed to me.
The missing member of our company.
Though deep in the realms he is falling.
Let him now hear our calling.
With sevenfold voices raised high and strong.
Help us set right what has been made wrong. The fire, it has split into 7.
Quick, everyone, take one of the flames. Search for the traveler.
I don't see him here.
Here he is. I found him in
the wind and the willows.
Toad eagerly scrambled into the seat vacated by the driver, took the steering wheel in his hands, listened with affected humility to the instructions given to him, and set the car in motion. But very slowly and carefully at first, for he was determined to be prudent.
But there was one that stood close by Toad, looking as if to reach out to him.
I've never seen a toad drive before.
Toad went a little faster, then faster still, and faster.
Be careful, Toad.
And this annoyed Toad, as his identity was almost revealed to the other passengers, and he began to lose his head.
Ho ho! I am the Toad, the motorcar snatcher, the prison breaker, the Toad who always escapes. Sit still and you shall know what driving really is, for you are in the hands of the famous, the skillful, the entirely fearless Toad.
Good Lord, watch what you're doing, you cads! Seize the Toad, the wicked animal who stole our motor car.
Bind him, chain him, drag him to the nearest police station.
Down with the desperate and dangerous Toad.
Alas! They should have thought.
They ought to have been more prudent.
They should have remembered to stop the motor car somehow before playing any pranks of that sort.
With a half turn of the wheel, the Toad sent the car crashing through the low hedge that ran along the roadside, and himself jumped out the window.
Sitting up, Toad could just see the motor car in the pond, nearly submerged, and the gentlemen were floundering helplessly in the water.
He picked himself up rapidly and set off running across the country as hard as he could.
Toad, wait!
Ho ho! Toad again. Toad, as usual, comes out on top. Who was it got them to give him a lift? Who managed to get on the front seat for the sake of fresh air? Who persuaded them into letting him see if he could drive? Who landed them all in a horse pond? Who escaped flying gaily and unscathed through the air, leaving the narrow-minded, grudging, timid excursionists in the mud where they should rightly be? Why, Toad, of course. Clever Toad, great Toad, good Toad.
Just then, the traveler caught up to Toad and stopped him.
How do you think Badger will react when he hears of this? You know Badger, Rat, and Mole all know you have a goodness in you. You need to show everyone that you can be the best Toad.
The best Toad? The best Toad. I am the best Toad, and I always will be.
But don't you want to be the respectable Toad like your father?
And before Toad could think about his answer, he jumped down into a hole in the ground. The traveler followed. I've lost him.
Not quite. Here he is, over here in
The Odyssey. Meanwhile, the worthy swineherd had picked up the curving bow and was carrying it, as Odysseus planned. But the suitors in the hall started shouting, Antinous then said,
What are you doing, you wretched swineherd, carrying the bow, you idiot? You'll soon be with all the swine, all alone, no one there, being eaten by those swift dogs you yourself have raised. If Lord Apollo and the other gods act with graciousness to us.
So, though the bow was in his hands, he put it down. He was afraid. So many men inside the hall were yelling at him. But then, from across the room, a stranger shouted,
Do not berate this swineherd. From what I can see, he is the only one who has been brave enough to touch the bow. You all yell and scorn, but it's all talk. I haven't seen one of you take any action.
Old man, keep quiet. I'm younger than you, but I might force you out into the fields and throw rocks at you. I'm the stronger man. I wish my hands had that strength and power over all the suitors here. I would force some of them soon enough to leave this house and go back home. They would not be happy. The schemes they keep concocting are unjust.
If only you would open your eyes, you could see the one that has the power in this room.
The swineherd had kept on moving through the hall during this exchange, carrying the bow. The traveler nodded as he came to Odysseus and placed it in his hands.
With that, he moved to the chair where he had been before, sat down, and watched Odysseus with the bow.
He was turning it this way and that, testing it in different ways to see if, while its lord was gone, worms had nibbled on the horns. Odysseus strung the bow. Holding it in his right hand, he tested the string. It sang out, resonating like a swallow's song beneath his touch. Grief overwhelmed the suitors.
And then Zeus gave out an ominous sign, a peal of thunder.
Then he picked up a swift arrow lying by itself on the table there beside him. He set it against the bow on the bridge, pulled the notched arrow and the bowstring back, still sitting in his seat, and with a sure aim, let it fly.
Just as the arrow made purchase, the crack heard by all was thought to be from Odysseus' strength of shot, but in truth, the traveler fell through the floor.
And he is gone again.
He's starting to realize the power of becoming.
We must get ahead of him soon.
I have him over here. Now he's in
Rumpelstiltskin.
I have no notion how to set work spinning gold from straw. Why would father have said this?
Don't worry.
Who are you?
I am someone looking for who they are. I think we both need to find strength in ourselves to make a new path.
Then all at once the door opened, and in came a little man who said,
Good evening, miller's daughter. Why are you crying?
Actually, I'm not anymore. Yes, I have got to spin gold out of straw, but I think I can understand the business myself.
What will you give me if I spin it for you?
Nothing. I have magic in myself.
Very well.
The little man left the traveler and the miller's daughter.
I believe in you. Whir.
3 times round, and the bobbin was full. And so she went on till the morning, when all the straw had been spun, and all the bobbins were full
of gold. Thank you for letting me find my power.
I believe it is time I do that as well.
And the miller's daughter watched as the traveler slipped out of the window of the tower. That was quite a change, but he is off again.
I have him over here. He just popped in the garden in
Rikki-Tikki-Tavi.
Then Rikki-Tikki went out into the garden to see what was to be seen.
This is a splendid hunting ground.
His tail grew bottle-brushy at the thought of it, and he scuttled up and down the garden, snuffing here and there, till he heard very sorrowful voices in a thorn bush. It was Darcy, the tailor bird.
What is the matter?
We are very miserable. One of our babies fell out of the nest yesterday, and Nag ate him.
That is very sad. But I am a stranger here. Who is Nag?
Just then there came a low hiss, and inch by inch out of the grass rose up the head and spread hood of Nag.
The big cobra.
Who is Nag? I'm Nag. The great god Brahm put his mark upon all our people. Ow!
Oops. Sorry, Nag. Accidentally stepped on you there.
You will pay for the...
Actually, while I'm thinking about it, you ought to be nice to Ricky Ticky. He's only trying to protect his family, just like you are.
Well, I hadn't thought of it that way.
Yeah, we all have friends and family we care about. We don't want anyone to get hurt.
So, I suggest you and Nagaina find a home elsewhere, or you can see the bottom of my boot again.
No. I see your ways now. We will leave and live peacefully elsewhere.
And the traveler hopped into a nearby flower bed.
And he's off again.
Where is he now?
Here, and this is troubling. He has found his way to
Gilgamesh.
Enkidu, with his foot, blocked the door of the wedding house, not allowing Gilgamesh to enter.
What's this?
I am Enkidu, sent to do battle with you.
Ha 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 ha! Please, step out of my way.
I shall move when you move me.
They seized each other at the door of the wedding house, and one wedding guest chose this time to speak.
I've been on the move quite a lot today. I just stepped on a cobra, and I'd like a little something to eat. Can I go into the wedding?
But no one was listening.
In the street, they joined combat in the square of the land.
The door jamb shook. The walls did shudder.
In the street, Gilgamesh and Enkidu joined combat in the square of the land.
The door jamb shook. The walls did shudder.
Hey!
You speak?
Who are you?
I am someone from a faraway land, looking for a resting place. I just wanted to tell you both to look at each other not as enemies, but companions. You have so many similarities, and to fight wouldn't make sense at all.
Gilgamesh and Enkidu stopped fighting.
They kissed each other, and love was born. And just as the traveler was going into the banquet hall, he turned the handle and found himself at the bottom of a well.
Don't worry, I have a slight hold on him now. Morgana, do you see him?
I do, Emrys. He seems to have finally moved upward to...
The Frog Prince.
Now it happened one day that the golden ball,
Instead of falling back into the maiden's little hand which had sent it aloft,
dropped to the ground near the edge of the well and rolled in.
Oh no! I watched as my golden ball sank, and the well was deep. So deep that the bottom could not be seen.
then she began to weep. And she wept and wept, as if she could never be comforted.
And in the midst of her weeping, she heard a voice saying to her,
What ails you, king's daughter? Your tears would melt a heart of stone.
and another say,
Hello?
And when she looked down to see where the voices came from, there was nothing but a frog.
And me. Hello?
The frog was stretching his thick green head out of the water. The traveler was waist deep, and seeing the frog wanted to speak, held the animal up as the princess replied.
Oh, is it you, old waddler?
It is.
I weep because my golden ball has fallen into the well.
Never mind. Do not weep. I can help you. And what will you give me if I fetch your ball again?
Whatever you like, dear frog. Any of my clothes, my pearls and jewels, or even the golden crown that I wear.
You know, Mr. King, Sir.
Prince.
Prince Frog. I'm not sure this princess is the best choice for you. I know your past, and I think you could find your true self on your own journey.
perhaps it would be better to rely on myself than on others. Never mind, princess.
Fine. I just wanted my ball back anyway. But my mom can just buy me another one.
So, where to?
I think I see a light at the bottom of the well.
I see it.
And so the Frog Prince and the traveler swam on.
He's off again, Emrys.
No matter, I have him here. I managed to send him somewhere that will keep him for a bit. He is with...
Winnie the Pooh.
Open it, Pooh.
What is it, Pooh?
I know what it is.
No, you don't.
And of course, Pooh was opening it as quickly as he ever could, but without cutting the string.
Because you never know when a bit of string might be useful.
Ah, very true. You know, I quite like these animals here. It seems they have a lovely home. Maybe I'll find my home as a frog here. Where are we?
The 100-acre wood.
At last, it was undone.
It is a special pencil case. There are pencils in it marked B for bear.
And pencils marked HB.
For helping bear.
And pencils marked BB.
For brave bear.
And blue pencils.
And red pencils.
And green pencils.
For saying special things in blue and red and green.
And all these lovely things were in little pockets of their own in a special case, which shut with a click whenever you clicked it. And they were all for Pooh.
Pooh Bear, I know you don't know me as well, but I...
Oh, you? I know you.
You know me?
Oh, yes. It's all right if you don't know me. These pencils remind me of you. Always writing, writing, writing.
Yes, I was about to say that those pencils were a wonderful gift, and you have so many adventures. You should write them down.
So should you. I wrote down something about you a long, long time ago, when you taught me a lesson.
What was it?
Some people care too much. You're one that cares much, I think. I think it's called love.
That is odd. I don't recognize that particular Winnie the Pooh story.
We haven't told it just yet. But don't worry about that right now. Emrys, we have to move quickly.
Yes, now, Ilyana. Before we lose him again, we can send you ahead of him. Do you know what to do?
Yes, Grandmaster. I am ready.
Then you are off to...
The Great Gatsby.
The two friends shook hands, and Nick started away. Just before he reached the hedge, he turned around.
They're a rotten crowd. You're worth the whole damn bunch put together.
Nick was always glad he said that.
That was the only compliment I ever gave him, and he smiled radiantly at me.
Gatsby turned away from Nick and began to walk up his front lawn to his house. As he neared it, he saw someone he didn't know standing at his door.
Party's over, old sport. Don't think we'll be having them again for quite some time.
I'm not here for one of your parties.
Well, is there something I could do for you? It's been a long day, and I'm expecting a very important phone call tomorrow.
I just have a question or two for you.
I don't like questions from people I don't know. But you can ask. I won't promise I'll answer.
You had a really great thing going for you.
That's not a question.
No. My question is, why push? Why try to reach back into the past and make that be what you want it to be?
Why not, old sport? Why should we accept that things are good now when we know that they were always supposed to be that way? Why allow the narrative that we had to fight to be their equal to be good enough? When I know that I was always good enough. Always one of them.
Does their opinion matter that much?
They're the people that run the world, old sport.
Maybe in their own small-minded way. That doesn't mean they should be.
You remind me of a friend of mine, old sport. But if you'll excuse me. Like I said, it's been a long day and I have a very important phone call tomorrow.
Ah, yes, of course. I think my ride is here now at any rate.
As Gatsby gave a casual wave and turned his back, the strange traveler turned to greet a new arrival.
I did always love his parties. A shame about how it all ends, though.
He lost everything he had because he couldn't let go of what he lost.
I think that you are finally beginning to see. Are you ready to go back?
The traveler gave a small nod and together the two of them walked down Gatsby's long drive toward a familiar house just visible in the distance.
Now, we just have to wait.
How long will it take?
Everyone, we have returned.
Hello, my friends. I've had quite the adventure.
We were with you the whole time, in one way or another.
Even so, we are still left in suspense. Did you succeed or not?
Well, I didn't learn my name, and I don't know exactly who I was.
But what did you learn?
I learned who I want to be, and in the end, I think I learned who I am.
A difficult distinction that those of us with more, shall we say, complicated pasts must often learn to make. The Grand Master has helped me learn this again, with more than a little help from you, traveler.
Are we...
I would not call us friends just yet, but I would not call you my enemy. For now, let us just call each other companions of the circle.
Now wait just a moment. He didn't find who he was, and our agreement clearly stated that as his means of winning.
But we are not quite done. Traveler, have you checked your book recently?
My book? No. I have it just here. I can't seem to open it.
Have you tried opening it this way?
I didn't know it could open that way.
It couldn't. Not until now.
Then let me just...
Ow! Did that hurt anybody else's eyes?
What just happened?
My book, it twisted and transformed. Is that what I think it is?
It is indeed
A seal of the circle. Traveler, you are now the bearer of the seal of Celtic green hemlock.
Are you all satisfied now?
That leaves only the matter of Yax to be resolved.
Don't worry, everyone. I have that figured out. But I think it is going to have to wait.
Yes, the Scaldric Flame and the stories themselves will return to normal in short order. But for now, I do believe I see the crackle of a story on those flames. But for next time.
The fire burns low, with stories ever glowing.
Thank you for your assistance today, honored guests. Without your belief, none of this would have been possible.
Safe travels, my friends. We will see you soon.
Honored guests, come, follow me, for you mustn't stay at our house for too long. I loved traveling so many places. You got a little taste of what I do when you aren't here. But you must go. Stay close behind, my guests, and whatever you do, don't answer any voices you may hear on the way out. Oh, but do come back. Hearing the Circle's stories brings me to life.
You have been listening to The House of Branching Paths, a theatrical podcast experience brought to you by Round 2 of Productions, created by Mark Kilmer and Caroline Miller, with featured artists Kimmy Kidd, Bill Blanky, April Sita, Justin Panachia-Shimza, Jamie Chandler, George Doerr, Joshua Towers, and Katie Bailey, with music by Elegy. For even more content, join us on our Patreon, or for more stories like these, be sure to visit your local library. Thank you for joining us, honored guests, and remember, the fire may burn low, but the stories are ever glowing.